Sorry, boss on the court.
Brian, I have to ask you, what would your hypothetical starting lineup be if you were on the court?
Let's start with point guard. I'm going to go with my guy, Steph Curry, just so I can know that I can splash threes at any given moment and help space the floor. As shooting guard, I'm going to go with Galaxy Opal Tracy McGrady. This guy can do it all. And then at small forward, Galaxy Opal.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Magic taking on the Nets. For the Orlando Magic, winning 7 of their last 10. And they aren't done. Fueled up and ready to charge forward toward another win here in this one. Nets, Magic, tip-off coming right up. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You take a look at Sabonis. He's gotten his share of votes, but there are still a lot of players in front of him.
And it's just been tough in the East this year. Kevin, so many guys are having huge seasons. Even getting near the top 10 is impressive.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Porter. Simmons is out there with Hield. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Pokusevski in at the 4 spot. And for the Magic, Oladipo is out there with Trae Young. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Sabonis in at the power forward position. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. 5 to shoot. Here's Pokusevski, and stolen by Jordan. Leonard against Porter. Left side, Sabonis. McGee with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And here we go. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And being 6'8", dunking, not an issue for Porter. All he needs is good position, and he's good to go.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Outside Jordan. Leonard the pass to Young. 6 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Pass to Hield. Back to Simmons. The kick out to Porter. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Simmons looking around. 5 on the clock. Porter, no luck. The Magic have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Young outside. Passes it to Jordan. Back to Oladipo. Orlando needs to get off a shot. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Simmons passes to Hield. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat. Growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
He preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protected.
Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
You know, Jordan to me is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
And he makes both free throws. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Hield. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Nets, trailing by 4. Here's Pokusevski. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Now here's Porter. He's coming off a 25-point game against Toronto. Sabonis grabs the board.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Simmons. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and he gets the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
Now, here is Young. Dishes to Leonard. Bounce pass from Sabonis. Young with no one around. No good from outside. Nets trail by 8, and here they go. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Young dishes to Jordan. Leonard against Porter. Leonard inside. Nice D from Porter.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Let's see some of the numbers here for Trae Young.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Simmons against Young. And Simmons kicks to Bamba. The Nets working the ball around now.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And here is Simmons following the three-pointer by Trae Young. McGee the pass to Porter. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
Curry's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Nets also making a change. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. The pass to Hield. 6 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hield's got 9 points.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner and loves pulling the trigger from deep.
Jordan kicks to Oladipo. From the arc. They get it again. Sabonis trying to get open. A nice shot by Jordan.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Young against Simmons. Hield outside. Here's the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now here is Young. A 38-point game for him in the win against Utah. The shot by Jordan, no good. Nets trail by 5. Outside, Simmons. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the Magic making a change here. Muscala's checked in. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Simmons. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Toronto. Hield outside. Clock at 6. Here's Vonleh. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And Oladipo kicks to Young. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. Yambo, he's checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Young. Garland, he's checked in for the Nets. Feeds to Oladipo. Kicks it to Augustine. Pass to Curry. And foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul. Nets trail by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Oladipo taking his time here. Augustine passes to Oladipo. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Here's Garland. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they won the season series last year, trying to continue those winning ways this time around.
And you look at it, 2 middle-of-the-pack teams. They both need every win they can get as they try to ensure they get into the playoffs and maybe even get a decent seed.
Muscala finds Augustine. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Healed outside. Pass to Bamba. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, he's a very effective scorer from there. Bamba's excellent at using his size to his advantage.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. You know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Take a look at the Magic. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And checking out Brooklyn. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now for the Nets, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Curry wide open. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Nets leading by 4. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Bangs home the trifecta.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Pass to Augustine. He kicks to Oladipo.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
In transition, here come the Nets. Garland leading the charge. Basket good. And now it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Oladipo. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Oladipo's got 8 points.
He's so good at shooting while in rhythm. Victor Oladipo. I like how he's reading the defense before shooting the pull-up J.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now, here's Oladipo. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Brooklyn leading by 8. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. The 3. They grabbed their own miss. Conley's shot is good. Vonleh's got his second bucket.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The shot. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Orlando's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9.
You know, it's hard to know what Seth's going to do when he pulls up this close. He's excellent at making the defense uncomfortable.
The Magic have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Curry against Bogdanovich. Four on the shot clock. That's a 2 for Hield. Here's McGee, and it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Nets lead by 10. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall philosophy, listen to this.
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness.
And you know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got JaVale McGee. Bogdanovich out there with Garland. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Pokusevski in at the small forward. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
The shot by Curry, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Good, nice play there from Vonleh.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Leonard looking over the floor.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
The Magic making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Porter's checked in. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside for Curry. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 5 assists tonight.
This is why you pay Seth Curry the big contract, the big money. His range is unlimited.
Now, here's Garland. 8 points his last outing. Pokusevski, the pass to Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Curry. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Magic trail by 8. To the middle. Curry can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Orlando making some changes. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Young is subbed in for Augustine. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Simmons checked in for Garland. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Toronto. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Outside for Curry. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. That one's not going to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 three-pointers in the first quarter.
Curry finds Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
Can't afford to be too handsy with Sabonis. He's very good at forcing the issue and getting these calls.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Now here's Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's McGee. No good that time. Great D that time from Jordan. Left side, Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Pass to Sabonis. Good D by Bogdanovich. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Nets. Leading by 5. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Count the basket.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Off target from three-point range.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now here's Leonard. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Simmons. Passes it to Pokusevski. Outside for Simmons. From 8. Bucket is good. Simmons got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you've got to like the sight of Simmons knocking down the jump shot. Unless you're the other team, of course. Then you know you're in trouble when he's making jumpers.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him. Outside Leonard. Pass to Curry. There's the pass to Young. The rebound by the Nets. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. Porter kicks to Simmons. Pass to Bogdanovich. Rebound by the Magic. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Curry against McGee. Curry is inside. Young outside. Shoots it. Again, Young missing. Nets leading by 4. Outside Bogdanovich. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game. And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet
of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Young. Jordan. The kick out to Sabonis. Fades and shoots. Porter pulls it in.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Curry with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Good on the triple.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
The Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Curry.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And they call an illegal screen here. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Miami Heat.
And for that game against the Hawks, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Young.
You know, you love the effort. Forget the size disadvantage. Young's willing to go down there and mix it up.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now just a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Right there, you love what Young gives you. A great facilitator in transition, and he's also a terrific finisher.
Hamba dishes to Porter. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. Mike Muscala is checked in for the Magic. Brooklyn with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside, Simmons. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer on the way. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. The Magic trail by 4. And Leonard has it in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got 11 points.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Now here's Simmons. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Outside, Porter. Shot from free throw range. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. The Magic in third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And, guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Orlando moving the ball around. Passes to Jordan. Now here's Leonard. The feed to Oladipo.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's averaging 15 points a game, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
You know, Oladipo's one of the few players in the NBA with some true singing talent. I mean, he's got a couple of albums to his credit, and he's really passionate about his music.
Biyombo is checked in for Jordan. Garland, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Trae Young. 6th in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Hield outside. They could use a bucket. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And this is how confident Hield is. Knows he's capable of torching the D off the catch.
Now here's Leonard. 11 points in the game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And Orlando has possession. After the basket by Brooklyn. Young passes to Oladipo. Doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Simmons on the wing. Kicks it to Garland. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good. Garland. DJ Augustine's checked in for Young. And so he hits both. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Leonard against Simmons. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Garland dishes to Hield. Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to Vonleh. Pass to Bamba. Clock at 4. Simmons inside the line. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Down low. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Nets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw good. Vonleh. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. And the pass to Oladipo. Launches a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hey, you know what? Once Oladipo gets the hot hand, he knows exactly how to take over because he's a smooth and versatile scorer.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
A tremendous game we're seeing from Buddy Hield. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, it's easy to see why they've been the better team offensively. They've been shooting the lights out of the ball. They're running their strong offensive system and making the most of every good shot that they get.
Looking at Orlando, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they faced an all-out aerial assault, bombs everywhere. But they're still in position to win this game. But they were bombed from deep all half long, Ernie. They need to revamp the perimeter approach on defense. They don't need to take everything away, but they got to make it harder.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Victor Oladipo. Sabonis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now Porter after the missed three from Trae Young. Leonard against Porter. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his third foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And McGee kicks to Simmons. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time and the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch. I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
And Simmons drops them both. Now Leonard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And the fact that Leonard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Here's Pokusevski. Porter passes to McGee. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. He kicks it to Young. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. "90 seconds now into the second half. That puts them in the lead. Young's got 15.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Now here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Hield outside. Clock at 6. Oladipo with the double team. Pakusevsky the pass to Hield. And it's off the back rim. No good. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Oladipo. Got a piece of it. 3 on 3. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Leonard kicks to Jordan. Passes it to Young. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Nailed from three-point land. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Simmons. Back to Hield. Outside for Simmons. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Young looking it over. Left side, Leonard. Feeds to Jordan. No good that time. Excellent D that time there from McGee. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, Simmons. Back to Hield. Oladipo with the double team. From about 19 feet. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Inside, Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Timeout called, the Nets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Curry's checked in for Orlando. And a change for the Nets. Bogdanovich is checked in. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. In third, the Nets.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 with the strike. And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 10-1 run right now. Leonard draws the double. Jordan picks to Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 17.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Here's Simmons. He has 7. Pass to Bogdanovich. The pass to Pakusevsky. From outside, off the mark. Magic leading by 7. Young from outside. Akusevsky grabs the miss. Akusevsky's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Simmons. Pass to McGee. He dishes it to Porter. Shot clock at 5. A 3 from Bogdanovich. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
Outside Curry. Leonard against Porter. Here's Young. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Simmons dishes to Bogdanovich. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
And Orlando making a change here. Biombo's checked in. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for the Nets. Garland comes in for Simmons. Orlando leading by 4. Outside Curry. Bounce pass Young. Leonard, no luck. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bogdanovich has got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for Brooklyn. And here's Young. 19 points in the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Nets making a switch here. Onley's checked in. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovich. His last 10 games, averaging about 16 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds.
And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now. And you look at all those steals. I mean, they play an in-your-face, aggressive style of defense. Even advancing the ball can prove to be a challenge, and they tend to feed off of that.
And here's Leonard from 3. And Bamba pulls it down.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Outside Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
Now, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's got 20. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Leonard with the ball. He's got 20. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Young from outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Garland, top of the key. The putback.
Boy, Bamba really a dogged rebounder despite his slight frame. He's got great length and timing, and his intensity is really impressive.
On its way from Curry for two. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Bogdanovich inside. Curry meets him. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Leonard. Can't hit that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And it goes down 2 points. Biyombo's got his first basket of the night.
And Biyombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. Covered by Biyombo.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Muscala following the bucket by the Nets. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in, and the Nets making a change here as well. Hields checked in for Vonleh. Goes up off the inbound, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Muscala. And so he makes both from the line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Well, I think this speaks to Mamba's mobility, guys. He's showing how dangerous he can be when given space to operate.
Augustine passes to Curry. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Hield outside for 3. Kept alive. Here's Bamba, and he slams it down right on top of Bismack Biyombo.
You know, guys, it's really all about focus while under pressure. And right there, Bamba shows why that's a valuable trait to have.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando. And that one misses. You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, isn't it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
It's the Nets now following the bucket by Orlando. Three-pointer Hield. The shot misses. So Orlando will take it the other way.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had. He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Now here's Garland. Headed by Augustine. Oladipo against Bogdanovich. No good on the shot. Nice D from Oladipo. Curry finds Augustine. Now Biyombo. Guarded by Porter. Biyombo, the pass to Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. Through the three-point line, it's Augustine. Great positioning on the putback. Biyombo's got the lead up to 10 now for Orlando.
Yeah, tough to box out Biyombo on the glass. I mean, this guy does a nice job anticipating where the misses are going.
Bogdanovich inside, guarded by Oladipo. Three-pointer Hield. Rebound by the Magic. Biyombo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Porter. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. To stop the run. He's off on that one.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. 13 points up at the end of the period. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. Back to the action after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Nets. JaVale McGee is out there with Bamba. Then there's Garland. Then it's Hield. And it's Simmons in at the three, the small forward. Augustine with the steal. And there's the feed to Curry. Good D by Hield. Nets trail by 13. Here's Simmons on the wing. Hield. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. Sabonis, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Magic leading by 13. Now Oladipo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Oladipo very aggressive when he's driving. I mean, the defense doesn't know what to do with him other than foul him in many cases.
Oladipo hits them both. Nets trail by 15. Hield outside. Augustine with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Oladipo for three. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight. And here's Augustine. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Oladipo outside. Oladipo draws the double. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Simmons is running. Hield the pass to Simmons. Over Augustine. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Simmons.
You know, guys, it's no secret. This is a part of his game that's still developing, shooting. Nice to see Simmons with confidence from the mid-range.
Jordan kicks to Curry. Passes it to Oladipo. The Magic again can't hit. Nets trail by 10. Hield with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Hield the pass to Simmons. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Orlando making some changes. Leonard comes in for Seth Curry. Young is subbed in for Augustine. And the Nets making a change here as well. Porter's checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Oladipo outside. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he seizes it.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Sabonis. Free throw good. Porter.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo outside. Leonard against Porter. Here's Jordan. McGee with the block. Simmons against Young. Simmons with it. Healed outside. Over Oladipo. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 23.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Pokusevski. Outside, Porter. Just 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here.
And they've struggled from three-point range here in the second half, and it's making it that much harder for them to chip away at that lead.
The pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Here's Sabonis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Pass to Pokusevski. To the wing on the left. McGee finds Porter. Second chance shot. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Leonard, the pass to Young. Let's go. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got 25 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. A shot by Sabonis, nobody around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Outside, Simmons. Healed outside. And he overshot that one, missing.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Oladipo outside. To the paint. Here's Biyombo. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Here is McGee. Outside, Simmons. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Orlando leading by 13. Young passes to Leonard. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Porter, no luck.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Back to Leonard. Well, time pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the lane. Leonard's got 17 now, just in the second half. McGee in the high post. In the corner, it's Hield. And he makes that one. Hield's got 26 points.
And that's not easy, but Hield is an effective scorer who's capable of finishing through that kind of defense.
Here's Young. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here is Young. Back to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Outside, Simmons. Hield outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Free throw drops for Hield.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Orlando. And the Nets also making a change. Bamba is checked in for JaVale McGee. Both free throws good from Hield. Magic leading by 13. Outside Leonard. Poked away, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Brooklyn on defense. Leonard draws the double. From downtown, Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Nets trail by 13. Outside, Porter. Passes to Bamba. Here's Pokusevski. He's covered by Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. Tipped away.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Drains the three-pointer. Oladipo's got 13 points in the second half.
Count that one. An average long-range shooter. Oladipo makes enough to where you've got to respect his shot.
Pass to Bamba. Here's Pokusevski. Shoots. And again, it's the Nets missing. Magic leading by 16. Oladipo outside. Young right side. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 23.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
To the inside, Krzyzewski.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Orlando.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season is over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
The way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Young against Hield over Young. Hield can't hit. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Now Young. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Trey, leadership is such a key part of that point guard position, so what do you focus on with that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.